It's some outrageous conversations.
Did you know ek het nog amper iets gesê? So, are you saying Namibian men were not romantic?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Huh?
Yes.
Why? What are the values of Namibian men? Is there anything good about us?
Yeah, I'm striking up.
She is striking a blank.
You know what?
Let's get to the real thing. The mornings on Informanté Radio. The sound for a new age.
On the mic. I'm just tryna get my dollar. I'm just tryna get my dollar. Itinye wakini my shoulder. Itinye wakini my shoulder. Nayonda haru sumariwe. Cheyo haru sumariwe. Kendulu haru sumariwe. Mixo haru sumariwe. We don't perform for no exposure. Shut your exposure. Kaina fiku yeto kuria. Getting my money, I ain't here for no beef. Nandanda kalandi telege moko beef. And if you hating, boy, you better take a seat. Talk to the what Mr. Andrew wanna leave. I'm just tryna get my dollar. I'm just tryna get my dollar. Itinye wakini my shoulder. Itinye wakini my shoulder. Nayonda haru sumariwe. Cheyo haru sumariwe. Kendulu haru sumariwe. Mixo haru sumariwe. Hey, yeah. Ondara ojimariwa. Andisi longele nudini. Futa futa. Ondaja koma futa. I'm looking for money. I'm just tryna get my dollar. I'm just tryna get my dollar. Itinye wakini my shoulder. Itinye wakini my shoulder. Nayonda haru sumariwe. Cheyo haru sumariwe. Kendulu haru sumariwe. Mixo haru sumariwe.
Loving local music as always on Informanté Radio. Good morning. Welcome to the morning mix. It is Andrew on the beat. He's here a producer and now he's also making music. Featuring Top Cherry and Paige from Ethnics on this one. It's titled Dollar.
Morning, everybody.
Moro. Sorry today.
Nee, is reg, bro. I was, last week, I was, when Musemi was hosting, I told him this one morning when we came in, Q, out of the rubble, I picked up an old Gaza CD, Cosa Nostra. And my brother, I've been jamming that CD in my car for the last week. I was like Mendoza, Gaza, Penduka Tsotsi.
My album name. The one with Shukusha, okay?
Shukusha.
Yes, I remember.
Street Life.
Yeah.
I love that album.
Gazlam is a bunch of classic albums, me bro.
Classics.
Good morning, welcome to the
Chisco,
show.
Bachman. Chisco.
My mask is misbehaving.
Okay. Cheese up, boys.
I need to put it on properly to protect Kaufman when he comes here later on. All right, let's talk some sports, Neville. There's a lot of that has been happening over the weekend. Of course, the final outstanding Champions League ties.
Yeah.
Before we get to the round of 16, that took place over the weekend.
Yeah. I believe on Friday night, and I tell you, it actually pays to be at home. Now with soccer.
Yes, now that there's soccer again.
It really, really pays. Because on Friday night we had Manchester City against Real Madrid.
Yes.
And
Good game.
My broer, I love the way that Man City was playing.
Yeah.
I must say, Zidane and his team, they really did well. But, phew.
So, like, it's the first time that I saw somebody have more intensity than Real Madrid this whole season.
Yes.
Because they are a very intense team. When they are pushing for a result, they're
very,
difficult to
very,
contain,
very
yeah.
intense. Very intense. So, and I believe then on Saturday we had the Bayern Munich-Chelsea clash.
Was that
Yeah,
Saturday or was that Friday?
No, I believe that was Saturday.
Because there were 2 games on Friday, 2 games on Saturday.
Okay, Juventus played Lyon.
Yes.
And Juventus was also knocked out on the away goals rule.
They won the tie 2-1, but then they won the match 2-1, but
They won the
tie.
match 2-1.
Yeah.
We're quickly doing spot, unless you want to sit.
Yes. Now the interesting thing is with Juventus, after they got knocked out of the Champions League, they fired Sarri and appointed Andrea Pirlo.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I must tell you, Andrea Pirlo, legend.
One of my favorite midfielders of all time.
Legend.
From AC Milan to Juventus.
Legend.
He's like a
Legend.
Yeah.
I do think, I guess that's how tough the Serie A league is, or the expectancy that they have of a team like, the old lady.
But I guess it was sort of to be expected. I mean, they won the league 9 times in a row. I'm sure winning the league is not a priority for them anymore.
Yeah,
They won
Champions
They
League.
won the Champions League.
Yeah. So I think the appointment of Pirlo, I think it's a good appointment because I mean this guy, Juventus goes through his DNA. I do see him doing extremely well there.
I couldn't believe that AC Milan sold him to Juventus back in the day, but then he went on to become a legend at Juventus as well.
My broer, Magiken was in Serie A. I think it's one of the leagues where players swap clubs the most. I don't see players swap clubs internally as much in England
the big clubs,
or in Spain. But in Italy, it happens a lot. So it was also expected to happen then.
And in Germany, everybody goes to Bayern.
Exactly. Everybody. I mean, the feeder club is Dortmund,
Yes.
and they go to Bayern. And then on Saturday night, we had Bayern Munich against Chelsea.
Chelsea, yes.
Okay, there's nothing to say there.
That one
Complete walkover.
ended 7-1 on aggregate, so let's just leave it there. I'm sure Chelsea fans don't want us to talk about that match this morning.
Lewandowski, prolific.
Weet je, nee? Because they are the ones that we face in the round of 16. It's Barca, Bayern, and honestly, I'm trying to remain optimistic. I'm trying to remain optimistic, but I'm just thinking, I don't see a way past.
Losma.
I don't see, like, that team is just not intense enough. Maybe unless we have Usman back. And we play like an Ansu, like just something different because the way the team is playing right now is not nonsense.
Then, of course, we had Barca against Napoli.
Yeah.
I think
it ended 3-1.
It ended 3-1 with, what's his name? The Italian legend who's the coach of Napoli. Gattuso. I think he's doing extremely well with Napoli at the moment. But I was happy that Barca went through. Again, Messi.
Yeah. Hey, that Messi goal was just something else. It shows you what can happen if you piss him off. I remember there was a match against I think Mallorca during the season.
Yeah.
Where he had like a little exchange of words with the Mallorca coach.
Yeah.
I mean, we ended up winning the match, I think 6-2 or 6 something. Like it was a high scoring match.
Nee.
Yes. So after the match, they asked the Mallorca coach, it's like, what did Messi say to you? He said, like, Messi told me, hey, you are playing, we're going to go score 5 now. And they actually went on to go score like 6 goals.
So the quarterfinals are really set up. It's mouth-watering quarterfinals that we that we have on our cards. Bayern Munich against Barca. Of course, I want Barca to win a trophy this year.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen.
You never know, man. I mean, Atletico kicked out Liverpool, so... you never know, you know.
If they manage to shackle Messi over these 2 ties.
But it's just one. That's the because that's the new format of the Champions League.
Oh, volgens Portugal.
Yes.
Yes.
One off tie.
It's one of tie.
Yes.
Okay, they have a chance.
Yeah. That's why, like, anybody has a chance right now.
No, they have a chance.
But we have such a difficult road because if we beat Bayern, we would have to face probably City because I don't see Lyon overcoming City also.
City can win this, in fact.
Yeah.
In my view.
I think City and Bayern are probably the 2 best placed teams to win the Champions League this year. Yeah. We are still in there with an outside chance. Just smart. All right, we welcome our resident slay queen, Miss Maria, to the studio.
Resident slay queen.
Come on, Maria, you know we got nothing but love for you. Please come into the shot. They want to see you. Okay, I'm sorry.
Maria's like, I believe Henny.
Okay, Honorable, I withdraw my statement.
Zuma, I withdraw. I withdraw.
I uncategorically apologize.
Yeah, I have issue with you. Come sit here.
Ooh,
I can't wait.
What happened?
I have an issue with you, Maria. Yeah. Yeah. More. Yeah.
Take up the issue.
Can I take up the issue with
you? I want to see.
How did you, before I fight with you, how did you sleep? You slept well? Nageslaap. Oh, okay. Luister hierso, ne. You, Maria, Ileka, ne, and your Informanté team. You caused division in my house last night.
How so?
Ek sê jou.
Wat gebeur?
Yeah, because my sons attacked me last night for a video that you decided to run on the Informanté page.
I also got attacked for running something I didn't run, so ons is in dieselfde boot. So
Hey, my broer, ek het gas gekry gisterand by die huis.
So this is what most people don't understand and how our news works. Obviously, we have also Informanté TV, and they're responsible for the productions.
Yeah.
And they obviously also do their own diaries.
Yeah.
Obviously, we approve everything.
When you say diary, some people don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, like, so every morning, journalists in different departments have to give a diary of the stories they're going to work on.
They're working on for the day.
Yeah, and that's not just the journalists, like at the newspaper side. We also have, those that do the videos and stuff like that. In any event, it was approved because it is in the public interest. Videos were out there. I think there's a misconception. I think people think we cared more about the name, but we don't care for the name of this young gentleman that went gallivanting around town. It was the fact that there was video footage.
But you can't do that, Maria.
I can't do what?
No, you can't post videos like that.
Who come nie?
These kids are.
Come on, some of these kids, their parents did not know they were out partying.
You know, I'm actually glad that this video went out and that it's circulating and that it's starting conversations. I think it's forcing a lot of parents to have the conversations with their children. Because for the most part, children have felt almost invisible to COVID-19. It's like, I mean, you see how they're partying. It's feeling completely invisible, that they're not going to get infected, or if they do get infected, because they've got stronger immune systems, that they will just kind of, get over it. Not realizing that you expose people that have other issues and might not survive it.
People
and
who are not
elderly
in the same
people.
situation as you, yes.
Exactly. But I think the parting that was going on, obviously the videos that were being circulated and how that Informanté production, media house production, I think it's really showed a lot of parents that might even not be aware that this is what kids are getting up to, going to parties without masks. So now you can really have the conversations. I'm sure you had some with your sons.
Exactly.
My kids are still young, so
mine
I'm
are,
spared for the most part. But I think if I had kids that were 18 and above, oh yes, this would be a time for me to sit them down and really say, guys, we can't have any of that.
But this, look, nobody's going to wear a mask at the party. So, the party itself is what should be out of the question.
Yes, exactly my point.
Yeah.
And if there is going to be a gathering, do wear a mask. There are some gatherings that you might want to attend, but then wear a mask.
Guys, and this is just my opinion, I think the most dangerous age groups of COVID-19 are the 18 to 30 age group, and then you have your 60 and above age groups. And I'll tell you why. In my view, the 18 to 30 age groups, these are the youth, the young ones who think COVID will not happen to me. It's not going to happen to me, it's going to happen someplace else. We can have a party, I see a probleem, kom ons hang. That's the age group. Older people, my broer, there are a lot of older people who just, man, I've lived my life. Please, let me be. I've seen a lot of them.
Yeah.
There are a lot of responsible ones.
Yes, of course.
But there's also a narrative out there by older people. Say, man, ek het nie lus nie. I will not wear a mask. Let me be. Let me stay home. Whatever. I've seen a woman at Woerman and Brock, an old lady. The security guard tried to ask her where is her mask, and she needs to sanitize, and she just pushed him out of the way.
But then you're supposed to not allow that person into the store, no?
It's out Tanny.
Old Tanny is risking us.
Of course.
Well,
Yeah, no, you're right.
Risking herself, really. But I don't know. I don't think we gave proper reference on what we're talking about. So people that are tuning in might not even understand what this. We just kind of. You think they know?
Let me first give you guys an update of the cases around the country. We recorded, I think, 152 new cases yesterday. Confirmed cases in Namibia, we are now at 3,101. Only 2,000, what's the figure? 2,367 that are active. We still have 19 deaths and 715 recoveries. So yeah, that is the situation as it stands. Windhoek starting to record larger number of cases than Walvis Bay. I mean, every day when the minister is announcing the new cases, Windhoek is almost always the one with the most infections or new infections, and then followed by, of course, Walvis Bay, which is still in a situation, mind you, it has not improved that side either.
One white guy told me yesterday when we looked at the Windhoek numbers, nee, wel ons Windhoek hier so. Ons gaan groot, my man. Ons kan nie laat Walvis Bay vir ons wen nie.
Everything we do it big.
Ja, ons gaan groot hier in Windhoek.
All right, okay, Maria, maybe you can now give us just a little background on Mr. JP's.
But yeah, I don't know if I should though, because
Wat sou
Neville is saying, Neville said almal ken. So
Hey,
Yeah.
is it WhatsApp fodder now?
It's WhatsApp fodder.
So we discussed it briefly about this young gentleman that got tested on Wednesday, and he had been gallivanting around town while waiting for his results, and he was supposed to be in isolation at home. So a lot of videos emerged, and we reported on it. I think for us it was a number of issues. Obviously, there was a lot of social media discussions around this before we published it, but obviously in the interest of public interest, number one, and also to kind of show what's going on. Like I said, these discussions need to happen. So there was a video posted on Informanté's different social media sites and website. It generated a lot of conversation. But what I find very interesting is the contrast we're seeing. So a lot of people on Facebook, I would say like at least 98% just condemned it. Like his actions are wrong. There are also those correcting, felt that simply like, okay, what he did is wrong, but now the family can step in and guide him and help him make better decisions. But generally, there was a general feeling of it's wrong, and like he put a lot of people at risk, and it was reckless. And then you took it to Twitter, and you got a split perception. Some people were defending him, like, why would you name and shame him? This is so unethical. And other people saying, no, but you guys talking about... And here's two elements. There's two elements. Yes. Number one, it's in the public domain. Everybody was talking about it. And it was even people that were tweeting about it on Sunday.
Yeah.
And talking about this whole incident on Sunday had so much, how could he be so reckless, that now that the video is out are like, yeah, Informanté, how could you write this? Well, you were talking about it as well. But apart from all of that, there's another element. There's a lot of people that are saying, prosecute people that do this. This is what public prosecution looks like.
Yeah.
When you're being reckless and the information comes out, and there's a lot of pushback, that's what public prosecution looks like. Legal prosecution would be worse because you'd be in jail. And you would have to kind of defend yourself in a court. But this is a court of public opinion. This is what it looks like. So do we really want people prosecuted or do we not? Do we want there to be consequences for actions or do we not? Or should it apply to some people and not to others? I mean, I'm just trying to understand where the goalpost is, because it seems like we're moving it all the time depending on the articles that come up. So many people that were chastising the truck driver in Walfish Bay that went around infecting people are
Maria,
defending this.
Can you say that slowly so that part sink in? Can you start that sentence again about the truck driver?
The people that were chastising the truck driver?
Yes. Can you say it slowly so that we can draw the perimeters between the two? Can you do it
people
slowly?
People that were criticizing the truck driver in Walfish Bay that went gallivanting while in a quarantine facility are the same people now defending JP. So it's... The double standards is what gets to me. I don't really understand the perimeters. Do we make exceptions when we know the person?
Yes.
When we know the family of the person? When we are closer to or we might, like
the
you
guy
said,
is
your
just
kids.
a truck driver, man.
Yeah, but this is, it's again...
this is JP,
it's
Maria.
Classism. It's classism.
That is true.
And it's a very dangerous precedence again. I feel like we should condemn... Sometimes I will even condemn a person that's educated more than I will condemn an uneducated person.
Not true.
The legal prosecution here is going to be a bit tricky because, I mean, you need to prove intent, I guess.
No, and there is no perimeters for it. I know Daitunga, the Inspector General, is pushing for us to start prosecuting, but it's not being done now. But I'm just saying, if that becomes a reality, I'm saying this is how it looks like. The only difference is this is a public prosecution.
How old is he?
He's in his mid-20s.
Yeah,
he should be in his
could be.
I don't know him personally.
Yeah.
But I think he should be in his mid-20s.
Because, like, I'm wondering, like, I'm trying to get into his head, right? Was this a case of, you know what, if I got Rona, I'm going to make sure I spread it as far as I can? Or just...
No.
I think I'm good and I'm gonna just live my life. I'm gonna go out partying and I'm gonna go do my thing.
Well, I will say in his defense, I don't think he went on an infecting spree.
Yeah, no, I
don't think there was those type of malicious intent. I think it was just something that was reckless. So you're supposed to be in isolation, but you're like, that's a party. So and I understand it was his birthday weekend according to some people.
And that's the thing.
Yeah, I understand it was his birthday weekend.
Oh, is it?
That's what some people are saying. I saw some comments about it. So I don't know if I haven't been able to verify this, but that's what people are saying. It was a birthday weekend or something. So he, wanted to go hang out with friends. So I understand his girlfriend stayed at home.
Yeah.
She knew what was expected of her.
Yeah.
But he went gallivanting like every day, wherever he was until he tested positive. So I don't think he did it with the intention to infect. But I mean, you should be aware that there is that.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason that you got tested is because there was a possibility that you might be infected.
And apparently was a primary. he was a primary contact, meaning primary is a high priority.
Yes.
That's why his results were in by Wednesday. You know? Some people are still, we have Zorena that's still waiting for her results because she's not a primary contact. So the fact that he was so high, like primary contact, and Chris I'm sure has a lot to say.
Oh, Gribo.
Gribo was not impressed with those videos when he saw them.
Moro,
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
Shine, switch on the mic there from Chris.
Because I'm not happy. Chris. I'm not happy.
Well, the first time you'll be happy will be
Yeah.
next time.
Because I was really getting into Maria here. I was like, I mean, these kids are the kids of my friends. How can you people go?
Your kids must check their friends, huh? You must supervise them.
How can you guys?
You cannot be an absent father.
No create probleme met deze.
Stay at home. Stay at home and stay safe and keep your family safe. Now, I'm only here to... Dit was nou 'n lang tyd wat ek nie hier was nie.
So you must really, something brought you here.
Nee, ek het nie. Ek wil eintlik net dankie sê vir die mense wat julle so support. Ek sien dit elke dag. Ek sien die baie goeie debate. En daar's eintlik niks so comforting soos loyalty.
Engels, meneer.
Ja, julle praat mos enige taal. Ja. Enige taal behalwe Tarantaal.
Ek stem saam.
So, I'll try my best to Babas Grootfontein English. You know, I told you before, I'm a product of Bantu education those years.
Yeah.
So I was also disadvantaged. Now, I really want to just touch base with your supporters and say thank you very much. Because the contributions we receive here in the mornings, it flows over into our other news platforms. And it flows over into other people's news platforms. And that way, we keep the nation informed. We try to be calm about things. And then I have a few strong views that I can luckily not...
Nee, sê Chris, ons hou van sterk views.
Yeah, ask him his view on the video.
Yes, ja, nou, wat dink Chris oor die hele partyry van die leitetjie hier oor die naweek?
Well, that's the problem. The video, nothing would have happened, except if the guy himself did not want the publicity, go on his own Twitter and ask people who had contact with him to come forward. That's number one. And we, with our news platform, the biggest in Namibia, felt obliged to assist those that were there, the families, so that they can know and help him to get those who were in contact with him. You must remember, he did not go with helicopter to the parties.
Yes.
He traveled, he stopped, he bought things. So in that sense, we tried to assist him. He himself gave up his identity by asking people to get in contact. I think he learned a lesson. I think everybody learned a lesson.
There's a lesson to be learned.
Hopefully. So that is my view on it. If you don't want to be if you don't want to be, you see what changed with social media. There was an old saying that there's nothing like bad publicity. Unfortunately, with social media, there is such a thing as bad publicity.
Yeah.
It changed.
Yes.
People say the most ugliest things.
Yeah.
So that publicity is not good. We all have feelings. And I think what happens here is, I think it's not him who's unhappy because he seriously attempted to warn people, although it was after the fact. I think some of the party goers, the parents maybe thought they were in church, not smoking hookah pipe.
And doing the dancing.
Yeah, and those things. I mean, I'm a father of a daughter. I imagine she danced like that.
Exactly. Oh,
But my God, if I see it, I will feel different about it. So, you know, it might be a little bit different. No. I have nothing to add to the video, except that I think he's grateful that everybody who's got contact with him knows now.
They can get
And
tested.
we will be available in future for similar assistance for those who want to make news and apologize or something. I would have loved to see apology somewhere.
Yeah. In fact, there was some opinions that this could have been this can be a teaching moment.
Yeah.
And the responsible thing now, I think, would to come and apologize for his recklessness. I would say, like I said, I don't think there was malice in infecting other people, but there was definitely recklessness there.
Yes.
But there's always a silver lining, I think.
You see, we always say government must be responsible, responsive, must be transparent, and what. Maybe those things that we request, we must try to live it as well.
Yeah.
To hold ourselves to account a little bit.
Yeah.
I was also young. I went to many parties when I had flu. I never asked the next day, who's got the flu?
Thank goodness they didn't have Twitter.
Yes, but you see, if there was Twitter, I would have been in jail 40 years ago. So, and still there. I would still have been there. I had a discussion with my boy last night, and it was just, this, how do you call it, this conversations that fathers and sons and daughters have.
Yeah.
So I asked him, I said, last year this time, I knew everybody I knew or came into contact with at the shop or something had either flu or a cold. In the pharmacies, people were standing there, me too, buying vitamins, 20 types of vitamins on the table in the morning, 20 in the afternoon, tissues, handkerchiefs, all those things.
Yeah.
I must say a year later today, I know nobody with flu or a cold. I know nobody. I've not heard in the last 2 weeks someone complaining about the flu. Nothing. So what I suspect is that we are a little bit more clean by watching. And that is what I can say about COVID. Every day I'm a bit cleaner. Every day.
Yeah.
So what I can say about this is that I think all the things we must do make that we escape things like hepatitis in a big way.
Yeah.
All these other illnesses that you get from germs and things. So there is a silver lining.
Communicable diseases. Yeah.
Yes,
It's
I think so.
proven, yeah.
I really think so. And I think the doctors are complaining because there are now not 10 people waiting to just get a prescription to get some Compral or whatever. Luckily, I promoted to a higher tablets, Compral and Panado. So, no, I must say, I think if we stand together, we are responsible and we think of the next person. I think we must stop thinking of ourselves.
Yes.
I think if we think about the next person, very soon, we will have a victory over this so-called invisible enemy. It's not that invisible. It's very visible. If cars don't move, if shops are empty, people not visiting, it is very visible. I think what we should stop is saying the invisible enemy.
Yeah.
As if we have no clue.
Idea where it's coming from, how it's affecting people.
I think we must just realize it is very visible, and we should all play our little part as far as we can.
Definitely.
Thank you for the words of encouragement.
A community solution, like we have been saying here, we are the ones who are responsible for flattening the curve. I mean, government is not going to come put a mask on your face or come sanitize your hands. You have to do that for yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And by you, I mean all of us, of course.
Yeah.
Just before I go, I want to mention something. You know, when I saw the name COVID-19 for the first time, I made a joke. I said, now, if you have COVID-19, it means you had COVID 16, 17, 18 before. And you might even get COVID 20 and 21 in the future. And I'm also...
2.2.
You see, there are some things that our common sense Namibians find difficult to understand from authorities, and they should try to explain it to us in a language that all of us can understand. Because we are not all that highly educated, PhD in flower picking and things like that. Some of us are just left school, like a luck. So, if you have a situation where people are quarantined, and you at the same breath say there are no cure for COVID, why do you keep them together? Do you understand? Some people don't understand that concept. They don't understand that your body can work around it and you can recover and things. They say, okay, they put me into a center, but I get nothing to drink or pill or a injection. Yeah. So what am I doing here? Must I wait now to die or get more ill? That is the things that doesn't make sense. So in that case, it's better for someone to say, go to a house, quarantine there, where people can take care of you, and if you have underlying conditions, tell us about it. Then we keep you here and treat those conditions. And I think there's a loose connection.
Miscommunication.
Yes. I think people don't really, because you can understand that if you put me in an old hospital for 2 weeks, the first thing I'll expect is, kan seker nou 'n inspuiting kry of 'n pil of 'n stroop, nou kry ek niks. Nou kom 'n aanhou en ek sê, where are you coming from? No, I was just picked up here on the street. I had 39.
My temperature.
Yes, now I'm in here. I feel okay. And then you realize, but the car's air conditioner was too hot that time when they measured it. So that is the kind of people don't, I think we must talk. And the other thing you spoke about community, I really think we need to have NGOs and the activists and those guys in the streets walking. I'm talking in a more poverty-stricken areas. And poverty, I don't even mean poor people are getting more COVID. I mean, it's people who don't have taxi money, who don't go everywhere, who doesn't shop 3 times a day like us. You know, with us, we buy a bread, forget the cigarettes and things like that. But those people, if they forget, they are without until the next opportunity to go to a shop. So I think there must be some education or inspiration, saying this is how it works, this is what is happening. You know, and the other thing is there must always be a contact between communities. Just to feel we are together in this. And I don't see it, I don't sense it at the moment, that we are into it together. I don't sense it.
That is true.
Maar ek gaan nou wy, jy moet maar vir jou kinders sê, hulle moet maar by die huis bly.
Ek het een van jou laities in die video's gekyk.
Hey, gaan man.
Jy weet wat die probleem is, ek vanoggend het ek en Maria so 'n bietjie gechat, toe dink ek, jy weet, hierdie video is soos 'n soccer match. So on Twitter, when we win, if our team wins, it's a good story. If we lose,
it's a bad story.
No, that should not be there. I mean, I do it with... I often look at the highlights of Manchester United 5-6 times after a match. Because I hope this time the penalty they missed, they
will
kick
go
it in. But they never succeed. They shoot 5 or 6 times. But I think it's the way of news. Politicians do the same. If you write nice about them, you are the best journalist that ever lived. The day you write something that's not very comfortable,
enemy of progress.
They say you are an enemy of the state, you are imperialist, you are agent of the West, or even bought by the Chinese ambassador. He gave you
Or you're a supporter of Dr. Itula.
Yeah. Or you're a supporter of Itula or something like that.
Yeah.
So it comes with the territory, and
No,
I
it
always tell the reporters of Informanté, cowboys don't cry. You will never see us complain. Say we were chased out of a news conference or we were stopped at a roadblock. It happens to us. We don't complain. We go back stronger.
Yeah.
We make another plan. We were also not allowed at certain State House functions because of the social distancing. But we shared because the information to the public was much more important than our troubles of not getting a seat or not for science having the opportunity to put that long jacket on. So we move on. We move on.
Yeah, we move
but
on.
luckily I have a nice team like Neville and you and Maria, and it gives a guy great comfort. You don't take decisions like this video if you don't have a team. Even if they don't agree.
Yeah.
They don't back you. Even if they don't agree, they'll back you.
Yeah.
And that is a privilege for me to work with.
Yeah, pulling together. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a privilege
Well,
working with you
thank
as
you
well,
very
Chris.
But enjoy yourself. I'll practice my German. Next time when I come, I'll speak Nama for the LPM, and I will speak
Deutsch.
Yes, and I will speak Hereru for Nudo, and I will speak Ndonga for Itula. Enjoy the days, guys.
Kribo, thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris.
Skif.
Oh, nou moet ek hom maar wegskief.
Skif, laat ek my mask afhaal.
Want you,
It's my birthday.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ons almal se
In case you wanted to know why I'm a favorite. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I think the assessment that Kribo just gave now basically sums up what we do, why we do it, and obviously just to give context as to the decision behind the video. So decision.
Education.
Yeah. Decision. So yeah. Sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it goes against you. So.
No, I mean, look, even us here on the show, there are times where these guys are completely anti what we are saying, and then there are times where they are with us all the
Anti-Maria.
way. Oh yeah, especially Maria.
Yeah.
Black sheep.
Baby black sheep.
She's the lightest one, but she's the black sheep. How does that make sense?
I'm a woman. You're misogyny anyway.
Listen,
I
you
wanted
had your
to
day on
say-
Sunday. You
I
had
wanted-
Women's
No,
Day
it's
on
women.
Sunday.
It's women. Hey, Kiki, so it's Women's
Women's
Month. This month you're gonna let me speak whatever I want to speak. That stuff that's festering.
Yeah.
But I wanted to know on a more serious note. So how did I don't have teenage children. Cubase doesn't have teenage children. How do the conversation look like in the household now, in light of this video? I wanted to ask Chris as well, because I know his kids are also around that. Not teenagers, but they are young
Young
men,
adults.
the young adults.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know, for example, how do those conversations look like at home?
No, I think first and foremost, they sort of felt embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yes,
They could have been there.
yeah, they felt embarrassed because they played me a clip of you and me speaking about it yesterday morning. Said, Daddy, you embarrassed us on your show yesterday morning because our friends keep on sending us this voice clip of you and Maria talking about the party. And
What were we saying, okay?
I can't even remember, but there's a part of the clip
I
where...
just want to know what if I'm famous that I'm saying the right thing.
yeah.
But you've
but-
got problems.
But yeah, I got 99 problems.
Even your kids are screenshotting your stuff.
Broer, because there's a part where I said on the show yesterday,
Yeah.
and one of them even told me that he was supposed to be at the party.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, but Daddy, you know what? And my friends played me this,
Yeah.
and now I look like a snitch. I said, you know what? Sorry about it, but when we
Your
have
father is in the limelight.
but when we have conversations about such social issues, it is important that we need to share. I'm sorry that for a split second, I did embarrass you for the sake of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think for now, the boys, it really starts sinking in
Yeah.
the impact of this disease.
Yes.
I do think there was a time, and I say again, none of our kids, there's no parent that can sit here that confidently say, you know, my kid is the best kid. I know there were some transgressions.
Kids will be kids.
Kids will be kids. And yes, even us as adults, we keep on saying this on our show on a daily basis, how sometimes we can be subjective about certain things and objective about other stuff. We do the same thing.
Basically, adults will be kids too.
Adults will be kids too sometimes. So, but it's always, Maria, it's a learning process.
It is a learning process
for all of us.
And I think in terms of saying the registration, that's important because it needs to start registering. I mean, I've always understood COVID is serious.
Yeah.
But in terms of how you practice safety, you might have been still nonchalant to some degree. And now I'm saying, like Chester, I was sitting at my table. I don't have people around me because I sit on the far end. But I was wearing my mask, boy.
Yeah,
I was wearing my mask.
Yesterday I would forget that I have my mask on.
Yeah,
It's like
I kept my mask on at my desk. The gentleman that comes and clean the offices, he usually never has his mask. I keep telling him, like, you're going office to office cleaning. Don't you want to, like, put on your mask? And then he's like, I can't breathe with it. But I was like, well, if you don't put it on, you won't be able to breathe soon, you know. But even yesterday, it was just insisting, like, look, I have my mask on, so I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about you. Put on your mask. And he did. So it's also how we're now starting to hold each other more accountable. Because it's sinking in.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that it's, for many of us, it's sinking in 3, 4, 5 months later. Like the severity of it. It should have sunk in at the first death or the first infection.
No, it's
the first lockdown.
It's that air of adventurism.
Yeah.
You know how risky unprotected sex is, but everybody still tries it every now and then.
You guys always have to bring it back to the unprotected.
I did not say it.
But you guys always bring it here.
No, but I'm making a comparison that everybody would
you
understand.
don't think you're going to get an STI or HIV AIDS.
For instance, like with my mask, right? I'm thinking more of the people around me when I'm wearing my mask.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure that I don't leave droplets all over the place that somebody else can come touch and so on, because you don't know if the place is going to be sanitized immediately after you're done. So that's the same advice I tell people. It's like, even if you don't want to wear a mask, you feel you're fine, wear it to protect us, because we don't want your droplets lying around anywhere here, you know?
Exactly.
So it's just one of those things that we have to get used to. I mean, there are a lot of norms with society that not all of us agree with, but at least we adhere to them because those are the societal norms, and we live in a society that is, governed by rules and stuff like that. So,
and also, I think the most important thing here, more than what we're saying now, is if you are told to self-isolate, as a belief. Play in your ways.
Yes. Yeah.
Stay at home or stay in the quarantine facility or whatever the arrangement is, but stay there. Don't go out if you need to get milk, if you need to get bread or eggs or whatever at the try to find somebody to do that stuff for you. We have a journalist that since last week, she just had symptoms. She got tested. We're still waiting for the results. We don't know how they look like, but
she's here.
Is she negative?
I saw her in the morning.
All right, so she's negative, but it took long because she got tested the previous week, Friday, and she only got the results yesterday. So it's over a week. But even though she felt better, I was still inclined to tell her,
stay at home.
Till your results, it's fine. Like we will manage with one less journalist.
Yes.
Rather stay at home, do what you need to do, protect those around you, protect everybody here as well. Okay, I'm glad to hear she's back at work, that she's negative. But this is what this time looks like. Sometimes you just not because you are positive, but because you've displayed symptoms.
Precautions.
And you need to take the necessary precautions and wait it out.
Because remember, like we were saying, I asked the question and then you guys both were reiterating that you don't think the case of this weekend was something intentional. It was just somebody who was
negligent.
Negligent, let me do my thing. But now here's the thing. That one simple choice is going to follow you for a long time.
Yeah.
For a long time. Imagine if one of that cluster infections that you create there, if one of those people, God forbid, dies from COVID-19.
Yeah. Yeah,
what that will do to him mentally.
Yeah. If he is self-introspecting young gentleman, he would feel bad. I certainly would. If I think like I went
My
out
actions.
partying and, for example, you tested positive or I infected you and you went at home and let's say infected your mother, who then as a result died.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't a direct infection,
Yeah.
I can follow the chain.
My actions.
And that would weigh heavy on my conscience. Heavy. And only just knowing because I was supposed to be in isolation.
Yes.
I was supposed to be in isolation. I could have avoided.
You knew better.
I knew better. It's not like I had it and I had no test done. I was not displaying any symptoms. He displayed symptoms. He was tested. He was told to. He assured health officials he was gonna stay at home, and he didn't. There was that's what I'm saying. There was recklessness there, and I hope, touch wood, really, I hope everybody around him tests negative. That's for me the outcome I'm really hoping for, because it's not a given that you will get tested, but there's a high probability, especially in that type of setting. You know?
Yeah, you can be in the same area without actually catching the virus from
Exactly.
him. But then you can also catch the virus from him because you are in the same area.
So I sincerely hope everybody is well.
They say yesterday, and I mean it's something that I've seen yesterday, the COVID-19 updates of the minister. He obviously went into detail with the regions again, like in the Irongo region. So many tested positive. This case is related to that case, etc. He went into
like usually does
detail. When it came to Windhoek, he said yesterday, Windhoek, I don't even want to talk about Windhoek. You could see he's irritated about the situation in Windhoek. He just didn't want to get into Windhoek. So, that's where we are.
I'm hearing unconfirmed. Unconfirmed.
Yeah.
Guys. I'm hearing there's going to be another ban on alcohol.
Ne?
Yeah. This is what my sources are saying. My sources. But it's unconfirmed. Obviously, we're still going to wait and hear on that. But I do understand something might be looming. Obviously, I didn't get it from State House. So ek weet nie. Maar ek sê net maar die straat hou van praat. Everybody just...
I was dan nie kans vir nog 'n gin bottle for us.
But we will wait. I don't think I think it's a perfect time to ban it. No, I think it's a perfect time to ban it.
I don't think I don't really think the alcohol is that necessary, guys.
Really, it's really not.
But then also I'm not a drinker, so I have that privilege. I'm speaking from the outside.
Yeah.
It's like when people tell me,
no,
why are you still smoking? And then I just look at them with...
But I do want to say, for example, Neville enjoys his occasional glass of wine, but even Neville is okay saying it must be banned.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
If we're seeing the problem.
And it's not if.
Yeah.
It's not even an if, guys.
So when?
With open bars, okay?
And partying,
with people
nightlife.
socializing. It's a given that people drink and people's inhibitions just go when they have a drink.
You become reckless.
And they become reckless. But as I said the last time, the banning of alcohol needs to go hand in hand with the banning of smoking.
Yes.
Because smoking,
the sharing of the cigarettes,
the sharing of cigarettes,
I actually also agree.
the sharing of shisha pipes or whatever it is that you call it.
Hashish.
Shisha.
Okay, weed is already illegal, but hashish, the cigarette, you actually made a very good, solid case. But yes, we should be looking at it. It should be seriously looked at. But I think anything that promotes that socializing element should be dealt with right now.
And do you know how difficult it is to try and sanitize a cigarette?
It will be wet.
So they must just ban them. I agree with you guys, absolutely.
What's in the comments? I see a lot of people coming in.
We haven't read a single comment.
And you know what? But can I tell you guys something? I was watching as Uncle Chris was, Chris, as I call him, was in studio, and he was talking, and a lot of people, but all you see is people is now watching. Like there's rarely comments. Everybody's just, like my notifications is just whoever is watching,
Yes.
I don't see the comments. Am I missing something?
No, there are a couple of comments.
Couple is 2. I say ek bly vir julle sê. Couple is 2.
Hela
Not
ma-
a couple of days ago when you mean months
Listen,
ago. And you also you do
Maria,
that often.
a couple is 2 in hours bleak.
Yeah.
And Katura is a couple
If you
more
told me
than
I
one.
found
Yes.
out
As a
a
couple.
couple
More than
of
one.
months ago, that's 2 months
A
ago.
couple of months ago.
I know.
Okay,
yes.
now if something happened 6 months ago,
Say it happened few months ago.
few
yeah,
or
a
couple,
few months
A,
ago.
qu-
Couple is 2.
a quintet of months
a
ago.
quintet,
I don't know what it is.
quartet, a quartet of months ago.
But yes, guys, proper English. Let me teach you right now. Couple is 2. Okay, so if you say couple of weeks ago, it's 2 weeks ago. If you say couple of months ago, it's 2 months ago. Couple of years ago, it's 2 years ago. So just get in the
Maria.
habit of stop saying it.
Maria, I'm too old now. Can't change it.
Education.
Yeah.
Old and stuck in my ways.
Klaar.
Last minute. Stay on top is waar die masks wel aantrekken. Okay.
Anyway, read some comments.
Okay, let's read some comments. There was one here that made me crack earlier on. Juventus won, drew, and lost at the same time.
Yeah, ne?
It was anyway kind of funny. Anyway, Josephson Nanyemba, fishing rights are not for everyone, but Corona is for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah? Well said. Well said.
Maria Ben, morning guys. I'm glad that video was circulated in the way it was, because maybe then it will teach these youngsters that we cannot have such irresponsible acts. All right, when do we want to start acting like humans? Oh, I am so mad. Yes. Was that a bachelor's party? Is asked Martin Emutoni.
I don't know.
Spence, Mr. Stephanus, James Ananias, Moro Cubase, Miss Maria, Shea, and Opa Neville.
Opa never.
Shea Oriano. Oh, Shaina.
Shad, come say hello to the people.
Yeah. Tell me, when was the last time you heard of a masquerade party, Huka?
Masquerade.
No, the masks.
Yeah.
Maybe we should bring that back.
We need to bring back masquerade parties.
Is it like stuff that, like sex stuff happens at those masquerade parties? I watch a lot of television.
No, we were just talking about the party, not what happens at the party.
This is old
Okay,
Tom
Dan.
Cruise. This is old Tom Cruise movie.
That's where I got it. Nicole Kidman and
Tom
Eyes Wide
Cruise.
Shut, I think it's called.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Yes.
That's the movie.
That's my reference point. Who does a dag beer?
Kuma.
Ailey Maiden Nyoma, true that they really have to follow the precautions. The video will deter such incidents from happening in the future. Some people only get alarmed when they see an example, when they experience it.
Yeah.
Also, the one other side that we're not looking at, it's gonna, just get people to it's like, hey, put down your phone, no filming here.
Yeah.
But it's always the problem with this that generation, the 2 generations after me, they love their phones. They love their social media. So there's always going to be footage.
Yes, of course.
Somewhere, somehow. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I was supposed to be in isolation and I ended up going out, I would think you would be like, guys, muni for me, let's have videos and...
Yeah,
you would think that would be the response. But the guy is sitting there chill. This is the camera, is not thinking anything. So social media it's a blessing and it's a curse.
Yeah. I know who's JP, Nana. Whose kid is JP? There are rumors out there that it is a rich people's kids.
I think it's got a permanent last name, but I mean, I don't want to I don't want to make it about that,
exactly.
But yes, I wouldn't say
They're orphaned, no?
I believe so. I don't want guys.
Anyway, the story is, go
let's
find
not
your
do
own
that.
information. You
Yeah,
didn't hear it here.
Let's not do that.
Yeah. Trudy Herzer, guys, guy was showing symptoms and still chilling without his mask. Yeah, be responsible. Trina Nam, I cannot see Windhoek frequency on the wall. What is our radio's frequency? Don't worry, it's coming. He looks like Sidney Martin's fam under correction. Hey! No, it's not. English, laugh out loud. Oh, dat is nou miskien Chris. Goeiemôre almal met 2 rooi rose van Esmeralda Barbie Bekes. Dankie, Esmeralda. Good morning, on Chris. You're a star. I hope he's still sitting out there listening.
I'm sure he'll read the comments as well.
Check it, sir. Was die guai om kribo?
Was die guai?
Jesus. Esther Mich, good morning, my sweet people. I will be officially back next week. Finally, the school year starts after a long holiday. I saw the video. Very idiotic, reckless to be tested for COVID and not self-quarantine. While waiting for the results, one should stay away, if not for them, for the safety of other people. Thanks to him, the numbers will go up because he contributed. Right? Here you get fined. It doesn't matter who you are. Risking people's lives shouldn't be defined by who or what you are, because the virus doesn't discriminate.
It really doesn't.
Yes, Richard. Okay, no, I don't want to bring that into
the only discrimination is obviously if you're rich or you have the means, you have better options
or you can quarantine
available.
Or you can quarantine at home.
Yeah, you can quarantine at home, but also you can afford a ventilator.
It's like, no, doctor, we have a 12-bedroom house, doctor. I will stay at home.
Huh? I believe, was it Namea who said that? Some of these kids can afford a ventilator. No, I mean, it's out there in Twitter.
Yes.
She said it.
I'm not on Twitter. Wait, spill the tea. Which Namea? Okay, Charlemagne Hesselman. This JP person was reckless, all right? He knew what was expected of him, yet he went out and put everyone at risk, because it is not only the individuals who he partied with that are exposed, it is also those people, those party goers live with, that are exposed. You know, there are far-reaching consequences. Yes.
Something else very ironic. You found some of these party goers like very mad at the video that we posted.
Yeah.
But I would think, like, you would be mad at him, you know?
Yeah.
For putting you in that situation. Knowingly. Unless, of course, he gave the disclaimer, like, guys, I'm supposed to be in isolation. And you guys were just like,
it's fine.
It's all right. In which case, you're part of the problem in any event, so don't lecture me. When I mean me, I'm not talking about directly me. I'm talking about Informanté as a collective for posting that. So it's like misdirected. It's like, I don't see a sense of accountability for some. It's like there's some accountability. But it's like, let's deflect. Let's shift the blame where it doesn't belong. Informanté is a media group, right?
Yeah.
The brand Informanté. It's got television and radio and the newspaper, but it's a media house. It's our responsibilities to take what's in the public domain and what's of public interest, and to report on it. Those videos were being circulated on social media and in WhatsApp groups. We didn't take them ourselves. That's how we got access to them. They were sent to us as well. And the screenshots and everything. These are things that everybody was talking about this on Sunday. All we did is really take that information, package it together and share the story. When most people saw this, they already knew the story. Yeah. It wasn't news. But the fact that and I'm not saying this for everybody. I mean, there's some people that are accountable. But I mean, generally, like even the backlash is just like, why are you mad at the wrong thing?
Because it's difficult to be mad.
There was this person that is supposed to be in isolation.
It's difficult to be mad at rich people. I mean, if he recovers, I want him to invite me to the next party. How am I going to go?
Social capital. Social capital, yeah.
I still want to be in the circle.
But also the other hypocrisy, I know for a fact human nature is, and I've seen this, right? Post something they don't like, and then how could you do that? And I say, like, class, hello. Forward for it's a bright
Yes.
Then they still share it. And then they still share and circulate and laugh about it and call each other. Hey, did you go to Informanté? Go check the video.
Yeah.
And say my Informanté but here on the public you have to be seen as I cannot support this.
Yes.
It's very anti. That's what I'm saying. You know, human nature. We're hypocrites in that sense. I get it. But it's also like, guys, firstly, nobody cares. Nobody. The video is out there. It's production. It's out there. JP, as I feel bad for him, but you know there will be a lesson there. And also, I mean, if JP is watching, I don't think he watches. Or maybe he's in isolation, so he's got time to watch.
I wouldn't be surprised because Neville's kids are sending each other screenshots
Yeah, he could.
of our
But
show.
like, I mean, what I can say for JP is like, look, this too shall pass. That's my only encouraging. Like, this too shall pass. There will be other headlines tomorrow or later today, and eventually this will be something, that will be water under the bridge. But I do hope sincerely, like, that you've learned from this, or that he's learned from this, and that he'll do better, because we don't know how long this thing is going to go, and he could recover and get reinfected again. And hopefully, if it happens again, hopefully not, that he knows to self-isolate and not to gallivant around town. So there's a lesson there to be drawn. And also, like I said, the other partygoers and everybody that's watching that, like I say, parents having these discussions with their kids, there is a lesson there. And hopefully we will use the lesson to better ourselves and not just for gossip mongering.
Exactly.
And because this isn't for that intent.
And by the way, once you've recovered, young JP, we are ready for your first exclusive interview.
Yeah.
We would like
on
to hear
Informanté.
Come through.
the other
Morning
side
mix.
of the story. Okay, kom ek lees 'n paar comments voor
Maak ons klaar.
ons uitchip, né? Josephson, topic come get gin. Wait.
Vaso, sê net waar.
This is not my handwriting, but it says weed is nice for flu. I'm just disclaimer. All right?
Disclaimer. The views and
Yeah.
opinions expressed on the show.
Aili Maiden Uyoma, bye guys, I'm going to stock up. I don't want triple charges on my
That's
favorite
it.
wine bottles. Denzel Spiegel, it is very important that we take extra precaution. Stock up, my people. Sien jy Maria Jade nou weer 'n ander gemors gekos.
But
By saying there might be an alcohol ban.
That's it.
Nick, let's okay. So Michelle van Wyk say, so the added music was necessary for educational purposes. No, it's for ambiance. Is that okay?
Have you seen the other videos?
Have you ever seen other videos? Not the first
the
video
other ones
we've
that
done.
we did? Yes.
They always have music. They
Ah,
always have. They
it's like-
always have. What do you call it? Captions.
Exactly.
They all have music. They all have captions. This is not a unique model that was created for JP.
Just did.
No, it's an existing model. So like, okay, but if you like the music, good for you. If you don't, keep it on mute. Let's go.
I'm really the wrong person to be doing this.
Ja, hou jou pose asseblief.
Yes, want ek het nou amper iets gesê.
Ja,
Maar anyway, kom ons
hou
lees
op.
maar 'n paar comments.
Ja, hou jou pose.
Leslie Kamusep imposed fines for such reckless behavior, like the young gentleman. It was intentional, man. That's a negligence. He was a 50-50 case. If someone dies, charge him with murder. Gemosh.
Sure.
Right?
Lord
Liba
of
Hiskia. When I'm fana Cubase. Jelek soos Jeepers Creepers vandag.
Jeepers creepers.
It's like a nightmare on LM Street.
I know what you did last summer.
Hectic.
Neville J. Mark, the light is swak. Kap maar net sip.
Nee, ek sal zipkap van nou af vorentoe.
Wat is sip?
Zip, like,
Whoa.
zip it up.
Oh,
Ja,
okay.
Kap zip.
Afrikaans, jong. I have to catch up. Gideon, it's the reckless ideas we feed ourselves with, thinking we are COVID invincible.
Yeah.
Which to me is just ignorance, right? We know what is right and wrong, but still go for the risks. This
Yeah.
COVID is zero joke, guys. Respect human
No,
life, please.
true.
All right. I think it's time for us to go.
Wait, before we have 3 minutes. Can I just quickly? I shared this, but it was very interesting, and I would like just if you have time, you can go read about it. Just for anybody that's not following news, because I'm here for that. The Lebanese government quits following Beirut port explosion. So Lebanon's besieged government has fallen 1 week after the explosion destroyed Beirut port, with the country's Prime Minister Hassan Diab claiming the disaster was the result of endemic corruption. Diab announced the resignation of the government after more than a third of ministers quit their posts, forcing Diab himself to resign. So we're seeing heads rolling. There is, it seems, a campaign to bring in a new government, because they're saying that this was a result of corruption, allowing that dangerous liquids at the port.
Was it ammonium nitrate?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. But I think it's starting interesting conversations about how accountable are other governments, and when you are overseeing, when something so catastrophic or so big or so huge happens in a country, while you are the head of state or cabinet or just a leader,
Yes.
Should there be some principal position to say, look, I didn't participate in this, but I was overseeing people that were guilty of doing this. Therefore, principally, I should step down.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting discussion that
Principled leadership.
principlal leadership.
It doesn't exist in every country, unfortunately.
It doesn't really exist in the world, period. Yeah. This is. But if you have time, go read up. Oh, it's Vera comment. I'm worried.
You should have tagged the person who made that comment. The person who was commenting about the music, Raymond.
Yeah.
It's like porn network music.
I
don't know if anybody actually listens to the music, but yeah, it's.
Well, you must have been listening to the music to know that there was music.
Old porn had music,
I wouldn't know.
not new porn.
Also,
What ETV support? Soft. What do they call it? Soft porn.
No, it's not soft porn.
what is the difference? What is soft porn?
No soft porn. You don't.
You don't
see
really see stuff. You can see the act is happening, but you don't really see.
body parts.
Yeah, body parts basically.
So.
Kom ons gaan aan.
That used to.
Wait.
Kom ons gaan aan.
Can I just pick on this for soft porn? So you see the.
The
You can
movement.
see Maria and whoever is. They're clearly having sex, but you don't see any body parts. You don't see this.
Or
you
don't
that.
see the close-ups.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't see none of that.
Yeah,
And
Not
some
even
people
from
that's,
not even from a distance. They won't show you.
and some people prefer it like that.
Yeah.
that's nonsense.
Which one do you
It's
prefer?
more classy.
Nee,
You like
Tate Morse.
you wanna see? All right.
Well,
On that note,
to be honest, I'll tell you, I prefer the in-person one. Estomik Shimesta. The last comment. Apparently, shocker, I found out Cubase is 100% Shiramwe. We share the same surname on your mother's side. Let's go.
Bastard.
okay, guys, have a lovely
Sharp.
Tuesday. Stay safe.
Enjoy your day, guys.
We're back again
Good day.
tomorrow. And keep coming back to the Informanté news page for all your updates on not just what we were talking about this morning, but all the other news that is happening in and around Namibia. And of course, don't forget on Informanté Radio at 12 o'clock, we have Mr. Dirkas. I think he will be talking to IOL, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, he's going to be giving you the hour between 12 and 1 on Informanté Radio's Facebook page. You can also go follow that one. A lot of interesting stuff, a lot of competitions always taking place there. And enjoy the rest of the day. We're out of here.
Every day we bring you the hottest music. The ultimate music Some outrageous conversations.
I know a few alleged drug dealers.
This is not a drug conversation.
And I'm not.
This was.
No drug slender will be
Don't. You will not come play snitch here on the show. Disclaimer: I don't know anything about drugs. I don't know any drug dealers.
I know.
I just want to talk about witchcraft.
Let's get to the real thing. The Morning Mix on Informanté Radio. The sound for a new age.
They said I write depressing. This shit.